Hi, I'm Ryan, and welcome to my coding bootcamp journey. In this series, I will share my experiences as I learn to code through Flatiron School's web development program. If you know anyone that would enjoy this series, please send them to the link at the bottom of your screen. Okay, so what's new this week? Well, this week was the my first week at Flatiron, and most of it was onboarding, like being introduced to orientation, and all that fun stuff. Well, I mean, I don't know how in meeting your instructors wouldn't be fun, but anyway. So there wasn't much work in terms of like lessons and labs and whatnot. There were some there are some listed, but I've already worked on in the pre-work, so I just went ahead and went back through them, just to review them and whatnot. The first 2 weeks are pretty light in terms of curriculum, and it's mostly like onboarding stuff, and we'll actually get new content starting in week 3. And as far as struggles, didn't really have anything. There was a bit of a hiccup in, getting my WeWork membership all straightened out, but I do not qualify that as a struggle. Again, we didn't, no new curriculum, so I didn't have like any like new challenges or anything. So, yeah. And as far as victories, I would say the Flatiron School uses Zoom for for video conferencing and meetings and whatnot, which is perfectly fun. That's what I use. So, um, but anyway, they have study groups done through Zoom, live study groups, and so I call that a victory because it does provide at least a strong essence of a classroom experience. Obviously, a true classroom experience is if you're all physically in the same room, but you still get the experience of interacting with other classmates, and and you know questions that someone else asked that you never thought of, and that kind of thing, and instant feedback with the instructor, and also we're using videos, so you get the immediate look on their face if they're not getting something, or what have you. So yeah, I did attend a couple. One was on arrays, and so that I actually was pretty interactive in, and the other one was beyond where I'm at. So it was more kind of like a best practices, contextual kind of thing. I didn't really interact. I just kind of sat there and watched and took it in. But yeah, I would call that a victory. And also the location, because the commute is just great. The just the walk from Union Station over to the place, I walk through a very nice park with a very unique view of the Denver skyline. So yeah, yeah, so yeah, I would call that a victory. So yeah. And what am I looking forward to? So next Wednesday, I have the meetings, our first one-on-one with our cohort lead. So more than likely, it's just going to be it's got a meet and greet, and I want to make sure that I get my local environment all set up, because honestly, the web IDE is a bit it's it can be a bit buggy. At least, Visual Studio Code, which is what I normally use. I'm used to that, and so I prefer to do that and run everything locally, and then when everything passes, submit it. So that's going to be one of the main focal points of it's just, I want to make sure that I get all that set up properly. And also, what I'm looking forward to see who I get, because next week I get assigned someone for pair programming to work on a lab, and I'm really excited to see who I get paired with. I about well back in October, November, late October, early November, somewhere in there, I did a number of I did a vlog when I went to the NASA Space App Challenge, and I did a vlog on that. So there's a number of I've done a number of videos about hackathons. So if you're at all curious about how I feel about working on a coding project with somebody, watch those videos. So they'll be pretty easy to find, because NASA Space App Challenge is in title one of them, and then hackathons is in another title of another video. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see who I get paired with and working with them on something. So I like that they're getting us working with each other right from the get go, so that we're have 10 months experience of working with other people on projects. And so yeah. So yeah, that's all I have for this week. I do thank you for watching. If you want to stay up to date, please like and subscribe, and feel free to check out the rest of this series. And if you do have any comments or questions, please post them below, and I'll see you in the next chapter.